Why would you choose to study in Japan?
Japan has a high quality of education, especially in the field of science and technology. Besides, I have been traveled to Japan a few years ago, so I think that Japan's culture and environment make me feel like I'm assured that I want to study here.
Yeah, I think I have same reason, but also I want to say it's fate because my name is Aiko, so I actually have a Japanese name. So when I was a kid, I already liked anime and I was really crazy about that. And I started to feel like I want to come to Japan. And on the other hand, I wanted to study chemistry, and I think that Japan is a good place for me to study chemistry since they have advanced knowledge for science and technology. Yeah, that's all.
So why would you choose to study in Akamonkai? I mean, of all the Japanese institutions or school.
I choose Akamonkai because Akamonkai is one of the biggest Japanese language school in Tokyo and is highly recommended by one of my senior. Yeah, besides, thank you Jagam for providing us with the opportunity to study in Akamonkai and I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, Akamonkai has a long history and they help many students to fulfill their dream for coming to Japan and studying in Japan. They also gives out a lot of scholarships to help students with no duty in return. For example, the scholarship we received was the Akamonkai Jagam scholarship that covers the 1 year of school fees in Akamonkai, and we really appreciate that since that they help us fulfill our dream so that we can study in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And in fact, we are very pleased that you could fully utilize this opportunity. But just kind of curious, where do you get this information? I mean, in terms of Jagam as well as the scholarship, did you get this info from any of your friends or you attended our education fair? How do you get the information from?
I get the information from Jagam main page.
Yeah, I got the information from her.
Okay, so you actually attended our education fair?
Yes, we did in the near Mid Valley. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, with your experience studying in Akamonkai so far, do you find it difficult to study Japanese language so far?
Well, I don't think so. Akamoga provides a comfortable learning environment for us, and every month the teacher will announce monthly schedule so that we will know that what to study, what we are going to do. Yeah. So, but in Akamoga, they have tests every week, and we need to achieve 80% or above in order to pass the test. But if you study well, I think it's not that difficult to do it.
Yeah, true. Akamonkai has like kanji tests every day so that you don't forget the kanji you learned yesterday. So I think it's really helpful. And they also have like big small tests, something like that, so that you know like how much do you understand. And also we have, before you come into Akamonkai, there's a test for you to test your level, your Japanese language level, so that they can put you in the right class and which is in your level. So I think that's quite good.
So many students, before they want to go to Japan, of course, all of them, they really like Japan and they want to study in Japan. The one thing that they always make them worry is whether they can master the language fast enough. And I believe Akamonkai have given you a lot of good training and tests and all this, but would you think that it's too stressful to prepare within such a short time? And how would you prepare for your or N1 or N2 language test?
Okay, first of all, I don't think it's hard to pass GLPT if you just want to pass. Okay. Since I'm Chinese, I already know most of the kanji, so I think it's really benefiting me when I'm sitting for GLPT. And besides, to learn a language, I think the most important thing is to immerse yourself in the language. Like listen to music, news, or try to read some manga, novels, or watching like drama or TV.
Okay, so before we came to Akamonkai, both of us has actually at least N2 before coming to Japan. So she achieved like N2 in a year, and I achieved N2 in about 1.5 years. So as someone that started Japanese late, I have the experience to tell that it's not really that hard. It's not as hard as you think. Okay, it's an important way to learn a language. It's like exposure. I know that it's hard in Malaysia because there's no environment for you. There's no one talking Japanese to you. Of course, you can't find it, but we have the internet now. And I'm sure that everyone who wants to learn Japanese, who wants to come to Japan, they already have exposure to Japanese. For example, watching animes or dramas, or maybe listening to Japanese songs. Everything is so useful for us that learning a language is hard. Maybe if you only go by textbooks. Like if you go to the textbook, you will feel like it's boring. Yes, it's boring, I admit it. But what's so interesting is you should relate it to what you hear and what you see. So after relating, the progress becomes fun. It's like, okay, so for example, I watch a lot of anime when I was young and I don't know the words. Okay, I only listen to them and maybe I look at the subtitle, like maybe E means good. Okay, I know that, but I know that yokata means that's good. Or maybe 太好了 in Chinese, okay. So I don't know what's the relation between E and yokata. But after I learned Japanese, after I have a proper Japanese tuition, I learned it in the textbook, like about chapter 8. You know that, why is yokata from? What's the relationship between them? It's like yokata is actually a past tense of E. Why is it a past tense of E? It's because that E actually has an old word which is yoi. So the yokata actually came from this yoi. So that's what was I think it's like. That's when I think that I'm finally learning Japanese. It's like I finally understand how does this works, and that's the thing I learned in the animes, or I listen to the songs. This is what I heard. So that's actually my motivation for studying Japanese. So I relate everything I hear, everything I study, I just relate them together and I feel like it's fun.
Yeah, I can feel that when you share all this, because only when you study in Japan and you learn it at the same time, you can immediately relate, right? Because you get everything surrounding you. I mean, you stay there, you buy things, you meet with people, everything is about Japanese, and that makes you feel that it's related, right? But again, a lot of people will still be concerned because when, a lot of people, they have never been to overseas. They never study alone, no friends and all these things. So I think this is one of the things probably it would be best to hear from you guys. How would you feel like overcome yourself study? I mean, alone likely you have two of you can look after each of you, but do you have friends, or how do you handle that?
Actually, I don't know. I have never been homesick. I came to Japan with Aiko and we stay in the same dorm. So I guess I didn't stay alone at all. But for the first week we came to Japan, yeah, it's really we meet some really helpless. Yeah, you want to have a meal, but you don't have a bowl. You want to take shower, but you don't have shampoo. You want to go out, but you don't have data. You forgot to buy a SIM card. Yeah, so I think なんとかなくなる.
Okay, so for us, we don't really have homesick, or we don't have like depression because we are staying alone. But when we just came to Japan, I'm sure that in my dorm there's a lot of people who are coming by themselves. Okay, so there was like a few Koreans that came by themselves, and I think that the most important thing is you should make friends.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. If you are scared that maybe you think that your Japanese is not good enough and you get laughed by someone, no. Okay, just be brave and talk. Okay, when you speak with someone else, you'll find someone that can talk to you, and maybe they have the same experience. So when you guys have the same experience, then you'll be good friends. So this is how you get friends, and after you get friends, it's a lot of fun. You can go out with them, maybe go karaoke, maybe go have a dinner, or maybe go to school together. Yeah, that's a lot of fun things to do. So the most important factor is to be brave and speak to others.
So I believe besides Malaysians like you, there are some other foreign students studying together as well, right? So is it easy to mix up with them? I believe yes, right?
Yes, especially for Malaysians.
Yeah,
Because you know so many languages, you know English, you know Bahasa Malaysia, you know Chinese, that's a lot of... You can speak with almost anyone, but maybe Western a bit hard because if they don't know English, but
yeah.
others it's fine, it's really good. Yeah.
So what countries of students are actually studying in Akamonkai right now, in general, besides Malaysian?
So many.
Chinese is the
Chinese and Koreans.
Yeah,
I think these are the majority.
and Taiwan.
Yeah, in Taiwan. But there are also people from the Western, or maybe from Vietnam or Thai.
Myanmar.
Yeah. There's all kind of students.
I think this is also a very good opportunity for you guys to know, and also to make friends with people from all over the country, all over the world, right? And also to learn their culture as well. So, besides that, besides studying, do you also, um, like for example, a lot of people also ask, do you work as part-time in Japan? Is it difficult to find a job in Japan as a part-time? And how would that experience be? Is it very difficult? Dealing with Japanese and stuff like that. What will be your experience working as part-time? Do you work part-time there right now?
Unfortunately, no.
But we tried the interview before, interview for a drugstore. Yeah, but the interviewer speak in I think 50 words per second. It's much more harder than N1 listening. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's also easy jobs to get, since there's a lot of people in my dorm who got a job and they say it's really fun. Like there's a European in my class that had a job in Ichiran Ramen in Shibuya, and he was like, it's so busy every day, but I had fun. So it actually depends on where are you working, what job are you looking for. If you say that, okay, my Japanese is not good, maybe I should try somewhere that I can use my Chinese, English, or maybe Malay.
Hotel.
Yeah, you can go to somewhere there's more tourists, maybe Shibuya, somewhere like this. Yeah, Ueno.
Asakusa.
Yeah, so it depends on where are you going, what job are you getting, and where's the shop, somewhere like this. So yeah, so we are also planning to look for part-time during this holiday. Yeah.
And I think Japan convenience store are lacking of manpower, so it's more easier to get the convenience store part-time.
Yeah. And then one good thing about working in convenience is like after midnight, right? They have to make sure that all the going to expire food have to be collected, and that's where you can bring back and you have free food to yourself as well.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah. Okay, so just now you mentioned that you guys are staying in the dormitory, right? And how would that be? I mean, is it something that because a lot of the student they can't imagine how the dorm will look like, and maybe they don't get used to staying alone or with someone that they don't know together. So, how do you find the life in? You are staying in dormitory, right? Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are staying in a student dormitory. Our dorm is just 5 minutes away from the school. I think.
By bicycle.
Yeah, by bicycle.
Sure.
I think most of the people in the dorm they are kind and talkative. But you just need to talk to others. The more you talk, the more friends you make.
Yeah, we live in the dorm, and there's something I remember so much. It's like the first day when we went to the dorm, there was a Korean, which I thought is Chinese. She opened the door for me and I was like, oh, thank you, but I was speaking in Chinese and I didn't get a response. I was like, oh, maybe, okay, I don't know why, but after that, the second time when I meet her, she told me like, Ohayo gozaimasu, and I was like, oh, she's a really polite person, and I was like a bit shocked since everyone who just came to Japan, like for us, we don't really dare to speak Japanese, although we already have N2 or maybe higher levels of Japanese, but we don't dare to speak. So I was really amazed by her. And after that, when I speak to her, I realized that she actually don't know anything but only Ohayo gozaimasu. But I think that it's really good since that she don't know anything but she still use Japanese to try and talk to us. I think it's really something that amazed me, and I was really shocked. And after that, after a few months, her Japanese actually improved really fast, and I was really shocked and really impressed. Yeah, and I was like happy to see someone that doesn't know any Japanese at first but growth so much. So I actually think that I'm happy to see someone growing up with us. It's happy to see someone's growth, and also you are able to talk to so many people from all the countries. It's really fun, and sometimes we also hang out, maybe go to a karaoke or cook dinner together. It's really fun.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing of living in a dorm is that you can meet people all around the world, and we exchange our foods, our language, like ciao, hola, annyeonghaseyo.
Yes.
Yeah, love that. So we can learn a lot.
And culture.
Yeah.
So did you learn how to cook as well?
Yeah, she cooked like Italian food.
I learned from my Italian friend.
Yeah.
She taught me how to cook like chicken, lemon chicken with rosemary, and pasta, spaghetti.
Yeah.
Do you teach them how to cook like nasi lemak or
I don't know.
We don't have the ingredients here.
Okay, so I can feel that, I mean, after talking to you for a few minutes or maybe more than 20 minutes, I can feel that you guys really enjoy your life there. But just to wrap up this session, probably whether you can say something to the students, for example, if they are considering studying in Japan, what kind of advice you want to give to them?
Japan is an amazing country. It's amazing for you to study or to live. Yeah, so learning one more language will be an advantage in your future. So please come to Japan.
Okay, so my advice is be brave. Don't be afraid to try something new. Because when I was learning Japanese, it was during 2020, and actually before that I was in a high school. I wanted to enter the Japanese club, but I wasn't accepted into the club, so I was a bit upset. And after I leave the school, I still haven't learned any Japanese, and someone who is in my class in that club already got N2 and speaking fluently in Japanese, and I was really sad because the club didn't accept me, so I was a bit desperate or maybe frustrated. And since I want to come to Japan and I don't even know Japanese yet, and we met COVID in Malaysia, so I was a bit sad. Okay, then after that, and I was already 18, and I feel like it's a bit late to learn Japanese, but I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. My grandmother told me, if you want to go to Japan, why don't you start learning Japanese? If you want to have a class, just go, I'll pay. So I started to learn Japanese in July 2020 July, and I got like JLPT N2 in 2021 December, so it only took me like 1.5 years. It's considered fast, but I really enjoyed everything when I was learning Japanese. So when I just started learning Japanese, I have never imagined that I would get JLPT N2. I didn't imagine that I would pass. I just feel like, okay, let's just learn. Okay, just do my best and just learn. But then after that, I just got it. So I think when you want to start something, just try hard and just do it. Don't care about what is your goal, because if you continue doing it so much, you reach your goal anytime.
Yeah, I think the passion in you, I can really feel that it's really, really strong. So yeah, yeah, good job. And I hope that you can continue to do that and enroll into a good university or if some other things that you are looking for. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.